What's going on, Sterile Processing Universe? My name is Hank Balch. You're listening to the 2024-25 Beyond Clean Vendor Management Expert Series, and we've got our expert in studio with us today, Matt Rechin, the Chief Commercial Officer at ReadySet Surgical. Welcome back, Rex.
Hey, Hank. Great day here at ReadySet. Glad to be here.
Every day is a good day at ReadySet, right?
You betcha. You betcha.
All right. It's the best day, though, when you can reduce the cost per case, tying into this effective loaner tracking and logistics conversation. I mentioned at the end of our last episode last month that this is a topic out of everything that we're covering in this series. This is one of those topics that may not get as much attention or even much understanding from sterile processing about how this all factors in. So kind of set the table for us. Why does this matter specifically for SPD?
Yeah, that's great. As you know, Hank, budgets in the SPD are always tight, and you always get those unexpected things that pop up. A washer goes down, you need to replace a washer, things like that. So you kind of have to go and put a case together as to why you want to do things. We even deal with that too. People have to come in and we work with them to help them figure out how to get our services even included into their budget. But everything really begins, and you think about from sterile processing, cost per case, that doesn't really show up in sterile processing, but it does. It starts and ends in sterile processing. So I'm talking about things like preference cards that haven't been updated in years and years and years, leading to much higher surgical tray intensity. So now we're pushing more trays through sterile processing to get them up to the OR, and then they end up not being used. Or things in general where a surgeon may just add more things to their preference card. No one's really taking those things off of the preference card that aren't being used. And there's no vendor rep out there that doesn't want to make sure that they have everything they need for their surgical case and for their surgeon when they go in there. So they plan accordingly based on, best experience. So at ReadySet, we've heard from our clients that the depth and breadth and the robustness of our analytics, they really love. One of the things they love the most is that we're able to illuminate for them opportunities to reduce cost per case through things like reducing surgical tray intensity, updating preference cards in a very easy fashion, just some real kind of easy wins you can get. But most importantly is we provide you the data that you need to help demonstrate what your cost per case is and what it can be through some very simple continuous improvement practices.
Why is this important? And I know I keep plugging this. We're going to talk about this in a future episode with the growth of surgical volume. But if we got more procedures, I would assume hospitals are making more money. So then why the focus on reducing the cost per case? Connect the dots for me.
Oh, that's so great. Surgical volume, as we all know, it's going to continue to grow. And as the aging population, joint cases, things of that nature, those are also beginning to grow. Medical technology is moving so quickly, we need to get more productivity out of all of those support services that help drive the productivity in the OR. So when we're talking about cost per case, just because a hospital is doing more cases, if you're doing more cases and bringing more volume, just as a simple example, you're doing more cases, but you have to bring in more supplies to do those cases, you're not contributing to the overall financial health of the hospital. You're actually putting more stress on the overall financial performance. The sterile processing department, we love being able to work with our clients when we help show them, hey, we're going to be able to reduce your surgical tray intensity by 50%. You're going to be able to maintain or grow your productivity. Most importantly, you'll be able to go to the financial leadership of your hospital and show the efforts that you have made and the results of those. And again, it's things I'd like to say it's as simple as reducing surgical tray intensity. I don't think I've met a sterile processing leader who hasn't shared with me, yeah, I'd really love to not have to do 40 trays when a doc is only going to use 6 or things of that nature. So um, those are the types of changes that we can provide. Most importantly, we actually have the data to support it now. So instead of just saying we think we're doing okay, we can point right to the numbers and show the impact that we've actually made.
Right. Well, and nothing equips that sterile processing leader with some of that financial
Oh yeah,
data. Like we can do like productivity data. We're going to talk about that and kind of workflow data and everything else. But when you really start talking numbers and measuring that and reducing that overhead of these cases, because I'm assuming that reimbursements are also not all going up. Um,
absolutely.
so there's pressure from all sides. But yeah, you come in there to those budget justification meetings with a whole other set of tools to get what you want and what you need. To your point, in the department or even in surgical services, if you can show, hey, we're taking a proactive approach to try to save money, reduce waste, and because of that, you can trust us on, but all these other budget requests that we've got forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a never, it's not an end game. There's not an end game in this whole thing. No one has a silver bullet that's going to solve everything. But if everything starts with what are other things we can do to help reduce cost in a way that doesn't have any impact on patient care or a surgical throughput, I think you're going to have a decent opportunity to make your case.
All right, great. Well, if anyone wants to connect directly with Rex, we're going to have his contact information in the show notes on this episode. Uh, we're going to bring him back next month, and we're going to be talking about eliminating the threat of lost and broken charges. So this is what happens when you're getting trays in and out that are not going in and out with the same things they came in and out with, or maybe they are, but the things are broken. So we'll talk through the dynamics around that and the importance that these kind of technology solutions can play in that. But yeah, Rex, thanks again for the conversation today. Looking forward to having you
Great.
back on the next episode.
Excellent. See you soon.
All right. And until we talk to you next month, keep fighting dirty.